Thanks, Chandler. Well, more action-packed football across East Texas, including a citywide rivalry, while other teams are starting to make their mark early in the season. The Morning Loop's Jason Garrett has a recap of last week's games.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Friday night, we saw some games that went down to the end. First off, we started at Earl Campbell Field, where Tyler High faced off against Tyler Legacy. Early on, it was the Lions' front seven who said, "Nope, not tonight." Two big stuffs, and the Red Raiders go 3 and out. Now the Lions' first possession of the night, and Eli Holt will pitch the little speed sweep to the speedster. That's Derek McFall, and watch out, this kid can fly. He'll get the edge, and he's a shot out of a cannon. There he goes, down the sideline, 79 yards to the house. The Lions jumped up 7 early lead. But when Jamarian Miller is on the field, big things happen. He gets the ensuing kickoff and says, "See you guys at the other end." Miller, special teams touchdown, is tied up at 7 now. A little later in the first quarter, Legacy's Bruce Bruckner said he wants in on the scoring action as he takes it in for the keeper. Legacy goes up 14-7 and never looked back. Legacy goes on to win this one 62-55. Next, we head to Lobo Country, where Longview looks to bounce back from a rare Week 1 loss. We pick up this game in the second half, where Longview was on top 7-0 over Marshall. Marshall trying to get going, but that is a bad snap, and Michael Oliveira having to chase it down, and Lobos are there to make a big sack. Next possession, Longview's Joshua Thomas hands off to Taylor Tatum, and he's gone, not catching him. 50 yards later, Longview up 14-0, and that would end up being your final score. Here we are at Pirate territory, where Pine Tree hosts the Lindale Eagles. First play from scrimmage, Lindale's Casey Villarreal gets the handoff, weaves his way for a 20-yard gain. Later that drive, Eagles quarterback Sam Peterson running the bootleg and taking it in for the touchdown. Lindale would go on to win this one in a nail-biter, 31-29. Now it's time to head to Buckeye Country, where Gilmer hosted the Henderson Lions. First play from scrimmage for Gilmer, and Brandon Tennyson passes to Rohan Fluellen, who makes a great diving catch at midfield. Next play, Tennyson said you don't have to dive on this one, as he hits Fluellen in stride, and he is gone 50 yards to the end zone, 7-0 Gilmer. Henderson looking to answer back, but guess what? When you have someone with hands like Fluellen, he finds the ball and makes the interception for Gilmer. Gilmer's short field offense, Tennyson hands off to Ashton Haynes, who strolls in for the touchdown. Gilmer would go on to win this one big, 50-14. And that is your Week 2 Under the Lights recap. Jason Garrett, KYTX CBS 19 News.
Be sure to join us for Under the Lights every Friday night on CBS 19 at 10:15. Then our 30-minute highlight show at 11 o'clock over on the CW for all the latest scores and highlights. Well, competition